Hello everybody and welcome back to the Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising campaign. We've been doing a lot of crazy stuff. We have Toy Box, we have Lab Mission, we have Factory Mission, and we have a bunch of missions for Yellow Comet. And as we all know, I want to do Yellow Comet first so then I can do the Kanbei Cheese for Factory Blues. I do think it's like basically the best way to do it. However, part of me does want to see if you do Grit and Max, if they have a special dialogue. But I think I might do that on my own time and just check that out. But yeah, so I do want to do a Sonya mission today, and I was thinking I could do a Mirror Darkly. But I do think it'd be cooler to do, in my opinion, one of the harder missions of the game being Showstopper. The enemy stronghold looms ahead. How will Sonya capture it? This is very hard in my opinion. Are you sure the enemy is here?
That's right.
Affirmative. They should be here somewhere. My report says that. Eek! Sonya, are you alright? Ouch.
Blood!
Sonya, you're bleeding! We must hurry! To the infirmary! People! Prepare a transfusion at once! Sir?
No.
Father, please stop overreacting. I only fell and scraped my knee. But I'm worried. If anything were to happen to you, I don't know what I would do. I think it best that you ride the rear of our convoy today. It will be much safer for you there. Father, I'm a Gold Comet or Yellow Comet CO. I'm perfectly capable of handling this responsibility. Look, I can prove it to you. But, Sonya, when your mother... I understand, Father. Wait, but look at that!
Yes.
That is... It's an enormous enemy stronghold. That wasn't there the other day. How dare they build that monstrosity on our sacred soil? It is time that we clean the rust from my blade.
Of course.
Patience, Father. We must first reconnoiter. But intel is the most important part of combat. Rushing blindly to war just increases your casualties. Leave this to me. I forbid it. It is simply too dangerous. Kanbei, I think you should let her go. Sensei, I don't. Sonya is a respected CO in the Yellow Comet Army. Believe in your daughter, Kanbei. It's what her mother would want, and it's the right thing to do. Sonya, are you truly ready for this? 100%. I'm your daughter, aren't I? I'll prove that I'm worthy to command. Very nice, very nice. I do like this being the first Sonya mission, because it's so daunting and it really does kinda... Like, if Mirror Darkly was the first Sonya mission, it really wouldn't prove anything for Sonya. But because this is, it really does prove a lot about Sonya. That giant fortress, how should we go about handling that thing? The answer is obvious. Just looks like I have to break those 8 cannons protecting it. If I can do that, the fortress will be powerless and I'll win. It's either that or capture their HQ. Well, look at this terrain. Has our friends quite in a quandary? Not that it matters. Every option available leads them to failure.
Of course.
CO Addo, the Black Hole Army, I presume? I should have known Black Hole was behind this. I don't know why I'm doing a Sonya Addo voice. Listen up. This fortress was built on the immersed strength of the Black Hole Nation. It will never fall to the likes of Yellow Comet. Never, do you hear me? Once I've taken care of things here, I must destroy this map. It wouldn't do well to have these fools showing up at our hidden lab, after all. Now then, let's see what skills this foe possesses. I really do think that it's really great that, that on this map you battle Ada. I think if this was against any other CO, even Flak to a degree, it would be a whole lot harder. But the simple fact that you don't have to deal with as much bullshit is really good. Allow me to tell you how this map works. There is an infantry here and a transport copter here, as well as, you know, like a bomber here. No, there's a and a battlecopter bomber. So essentially, this transport copter is going to be going downwards and trying to capture like this base here. Which this base is basically completely safe. There's a rocket unit here, but that rocket unit can't hit this. There's a recon here, there's an anti-air here, medium tank artillery, recon artillery, recon rocket, tank, submarine battleship, but those are stationary. And there's also like down here, like battleship, submarine, also stationary, and a lot of troops here. There's like a mech unit here, which we'll get into, APC here, which will take 2 days to basically unload here, and then 2 days to capture this, or they'll try to bum rush you and capture 2 of these properties. Otherwise, there is a lone mech here, which will either try to make its way here, most likely, or it could deviate and go down here. There are only 3 units that they have that can actually capture things. If you are able to defeat those, you can easily beat the rest of this mission. That being said, this is definitely a hard mission. And it's not something you can kind of just rush, but I guess we're just going to go for a tank for now. Day 1. Basically after day 1, I don't really massively know where the enemy is, but doing maps like these with a map, especially when it's hard campaign, I think is kind of advised. A lot of the game is really built around just knowing what's going to happen. And although some of them, like Nature Walk, are easy, and they don't really require such a strategy, they're easily, like this map, a bunch of maps that are like, stupidly hard and unfair. So at this point, I literally just don't know where the troops are, except for the idle ones. Also, the other thing that's really weird is when you play Advance Wars and you see Yellow Comet troops, you always think of Kanbei, especially in this game. Because in the lab mission, the final mission, 2 of the missions in this game, like half of the missions on Yellow Comet are Kanbei missions, essentially. Like how half the missions in Blue Moon are Colin missions. This is a good thing here. We can get that started. Capture this. Put this here. We can then kill this. Little Type 100s. It makes me so happy. Especially because I did World at War Call of Duty for the channel. We do want an APC, so I think an APC and 2 infantry. I would really like to see, I know this would be a more Mangs video, so hey Mangs, if you're listening, here's an idea for you. But I would love to see a series where people play Advance Wars 2 normal and challenge campaign, the maps from the normal and challenge campaign, against each other, and see if they're possible if an AI controls the opposition. I think that would be a really fun and interesting video. Or idea for a video, even. So this one's going to take a little bit less damage, because the other one was on roads. However, essentially it'll still be the same. And we can basically kill it with this infantry, which will be pretty good. Huh, we did literally no damage. Good old Sonya luck, am I right, guys? We'll do that. And then we will build another anti-air. Another infantry, and then we'll leave it. So essentially at this point there's an APC. A statue of me on every corner. I can see it now. Close your eyes and prepare to die. That's good for us. Less good. We still haven't seen some things yet, which is bad. We are gonna need to maybe at some point we're gonna need to make recons for sure, but we might be forced to rush out again. So here we need to kill this. Very good. Oh man, I do love how a tank and an infantry can kill a recon very easily. It is super satisfying. However, we now know that that's safe, but we don't know if that is. And it isn't now, but it was. And that is important for us. So we want to be able to sneak a win there. And then we want to build a recon. Yeah, something like this. This is a good turn. Yep, there it is. I don't think I've ever... What do I say all the time? AI likes to cheat with, the fucking... Oh, I just so happened to move my unit perfectly here. When otherwise there would be absolutely no reason to do such a move. Ha ha ha, isn't that funny? I hate this AI. We have to kill that bomber. The annoying part now is we're really in a shitty situation, even though it doesn't look like it. But that base is not getting ruined at all, so that's a good loss. They only have one bomber. So this is actually really good for us. They have a battlecopter left. But for now, this means that we don't need to worry too much about stuff. How much does that do? 15. There is a real battle of worth. I think another tank. Then we hold off on building stuff for now. I guess we'll just do this because that makes our lives a bit easier. I think if we go attack this, it will call in a group of units that we aren't able to beat yet. So I think we won't do that. Very close to Super CO power. So they've captured the top building and the port. And here comes a medium tank. Okay, so the bottom medium tank should be gone now. Because he only has like one medium tank. And I don't think they would change the rules of this mission at all. Because this is already known to be one of the way harder missions. So making this mission harder would be like a massive dick move, essentially. We are very close to getting stuff done. I think at this point it's just we have to take our attacks and do them well now. And that is where the final air unit that we have to deal with is. So we can now see where everything is, which is really good for us. But also the problem right now, oh my god, Sonia, please stop having bad luck for like 2 seconds. The really bad thing now is the fact that if we can't deal with these infantry units, we are basically screwed. I do think though that we do need to destroy a lot of these troops, and we also need to not build many troops for the next few turns as well. which will prove most annoying. Do something like that. Do something like this, and then Super CO power because they're gonna CO
Number
power.
of enemy troops. Location. Got it.
Why couldn't they just say this is so easy? Was it like an $100 pay rise?
Counter break.
Like, I don't get it. Yeah, so that recon is literally basically all of our fucking knowledge.
A battle with me is a greater honor than you deserve!
Ada coin is going way better than Sonya coin right now, let me tell you. Huh. 16 minutes in. This is definitely going to be a long mission. These troops here, though, that you see, are essentially the main troops. Okay. There's also one more battlecopter that we can see. Ow, that hurts so bad. We need to be able to basically beat the fuck out of that. Wait. I highly... Okay. Part of this is actually really good for us. The rest of it is terrible. If Ada can get a single base, literally game over. You are not winning. If Ada can get even as much as one base. And I think we've literally lost. The forces that he has are just way too... I think they have changed it a bit. I think they have changed it a bit, because this is meant to... No, this isn't. This is, fine. There's just so much shit immediately that you have to deal with. I guess at this point it really is just... Let's hope we can beat them up. The problem here is we really don't have any vision. Whilst they probably have way too much vision. Yeah, no, we don't even stop this. So they've captured this, we've officially lost. There's actually no way we win now. Awesome. Because that medium tank, the forces that they have are so strong at this point that we really need a few turns just to beat them. So, because of that, there's literally, like, even with a map of where every single unit is, you still just get absolutely fucking dick slapped. That's how hard this mission is. It really just goes to show just how, in a way, poorly designed some of these missions are. Where they're essentially just, what do you mean you can't just perfectly play the level? What do you mean? You just perfectly play and then you win. In the normal version of this mission, you actually do get a bit more time because there isn't as much shit. But we'll try winning. because I don't like giving up too easily. However, this is basically a game over scenario. Man, are we in a terrible fucking situation. They have 2 bases and so many cities that they have an actual income. Yet again, I think it's also the Air Force that makes this really hard, because if there wasn't an Air Force, you could pretty easily do a lot of art. See, this is what I mean. So now there's just so many tanks on the field that essentially, what is a man to do? And then furthermore, at this point, like, what are you meant to do about the rest of... It just becomes a massively shitty situation. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Which is the worst kind of situation you can put a player in. Because all that means is you basically just tell your players to die. Fuck you, don't play our game. Which is obviously the opposite of what you're trying to do in a scenario like this. You gotta beat the value trade. May as well kill this mech so it can't really do anything. And then other than that, we'll just save on income. I guess we'll counter break here. There's more to combat than just strength alone. Yeah.
It only hurts for a moment.
Like, literally, like, why is Adder coin so much better than any other coin in the game? Like, I think the person who played Adder really liked the role of playing Adder, so they just wanted to, like, fully commit to playing them. Unlike the rest of everyone else who was just like, oh, I guess I'll play this character. So I think the way that the battles go with Sonya with her superpower is you still do the damage you would have done. I think is the way it works. And also your counterattacks are 50% stronger. So this is what I mean though, right? So we have an anti-air to defeat the tanks, but anti-airs lose completely to tanks. And that's the situation I'm in. Bad luck. Literally full-on bad luck happening. We have to kill the interrupt this. If we don't, we just screw ourselves. And then, as you can see on the lower base as well, there is also more stuff. This is gonna be an extremely hard battle, but I don't like giving up too much. As soon as we beat the fucking last battle copter, it's just we spam tanks. And that's happening this turn. So it is now just tank spam, and then if we can't build tanks, we just build infantry and mechs. This is gonna be the bloodiest war in yeah, look, Kanbei, look, I can really do it. I'm massacring the people. because I couldn't figure out how to 1+2 enough. And then infantry and mech, I guess, yeah. I gotta send my infantry to the top right, or else what else am I to do as a human? We're just gonna swarm them, essentially. Okay, it's only one button. The problem is their economy is slightly better than us. So what we actually have to do in this situation is we need to basically bend him over. That is essentially what we're needing to do right now. Oh god, every situation is painful in this game. Destroying sightlines is mildly important. Tanks have a vision of 2. But if you can destroy recons, that really does help. The perfect time for this battle is way too long, by the way, so getting a perfect score is not like an issue as much. If you're going for a full route with HQ capture, it might be slightly difficult, but otherwise you should be fine. So now essentially what we're in is we're in a value trade war. If we can outvalue our opponent, then we win. I really wish I was playing as Ada right now. Ada mech spam would actually be so useful right now. I really do think that Sonya should passively have a 50% increase to counterattacks, and then her Super CO power gives her an 100%. Or even just like a 30%. Like, it needs to be something high, because it's essentially nothing. Okay. We can just kill this. Boom. And this is what I mean. Just as long as you can value trade, you will be fine. It's actually worth it to do this, because although Sonya does have bad luck, she also can get a bit of good luck. Meaning that she could kill this tank with 2 infantry. Good. Yeah. So all we need to do is outvalue them for a while. And especially beat up any indirects they make. Because if it's just a battle of brute force, we're on the back foot. So we have it at the easiest point right now. Because they're pushing into us. So we can push back easier than they can push in. Which definitely sounds like a euphemism. Also, at some point, either the submarines and stuff are gonna sink, probably. Because if we get really stuck on these points, yeah, I think we'll actually be able to do more. It's really weird. I'm gonna full screen this now because there's no reason to worry too much. We'll do it like this. Infantry are obviously a big concern, but not as big as like almost anything else here. Boom. Tiny tank beats big tank. We want to make it so then it's basically just tank on tank combat, but we have a frick ton of mechs. That is how we easily win this scenario. Is do what the AI does, mech spam like a freaking asshole. A lot of infantry mechs and stuff like that will do us a lot of good right now. And a few tanks as well. And then we basically need to recapture one side, capture the other side, and then we are good. I think this is the way better trade for us here. And then here, it's to just obliterate this. So kill that. Because mechs are way more refundable than tanks. And also it means that our tank is in a way better position. And then here we'll just build another fucking tank, because we can. And then we'll look at COs. His CO power is full, so we'll use our CO power too.
Right through your plans.
I do like that. That pose of Sonya is probably one of my favorites.
Counter break.
It is funny though how, you know, I'm looking at a thing that says, like, it doesn't say turn by turn what to do. It just says, so if you get fucked, you might want to restart. And it just tells you where the units start and if they're stationary or not.
Delicious.
Which is very important to know because, you know, on a map like this, how would you know that there's a submarine and a battleship? How would you know that? You wouldn't. And it really does just turn into a, oh, I guess I have to play 5 more turns to recuperate the loss. Or in this case, we're going to have to play so much more of this game. Just to combat this. But we are kind of pushing. We need to be in a position where we can push out enough. That's all we need to be able to do. Also, air units. If we can actually take out air units, they don't have any way to get them back. But as we can see right now, even though we're in a pretty good position right now. And it's just up to us to really secure that win. So tanks and mechs will deal with the heavy stuff, infantry will deal with the everything else. Basically meaning this infantry. And then we'll be doing pretty good. I have even though I haven't streamed in like a gajillion years, I still have the tendency to look at a screen. And I keep doing that now. Yet again, the most important things to kill in missions like these are indirects. And my internet cut out again, because it always does that. Thank God I'm not live streaming. 6 damage, that's pretty good for us. Only turned into 5 because we hate life. So we can't produce on this tile, so we'll produce a mech here and a tank here. Okay. Yep, that's one of their air units down. It's going to take a very long time for ships and stuff to sink, but it can actually happen. And that recon was freshly made too. Submarines will definitely die first, but they could be moving to get to the base. It's hard because part of the screen gets cut off. I'm actually going to move my laptop right now. And then try to move this TV around a bit more so I can actually properly see all of it. Because it's hard to focus when you can't fully see a screen. So we'll attack from here so we can easily see what they're doing, as that is obviously very important. They're just making tanks, okay. And then we'll start just running them out. I do believe that there is a certain type of like, not quota but also quota for how many units the opponent has. So if they don't have any APCs, you can force them to make APCs alongside, you know, infantry and such. Which, you know, you can basically just abuse to screw over your adversary. Also, repairing will also really fuck over them. So if we do that, we can actually easily kind of bamboozle the enemy into having to do shit. So we could essentially make it that they retreat with this APC and infantry to a different place instead of where they are currently. So we're going to build 2 infantry and a tank right now. Because we're still on that back pedal, so we still need to beat through it. What are you attempting to pull off? There's no way you can squirm out of this one. Oh, it is far too late for that. I'll make sure of it. I do love how fitting that is of a quote for now. I want to see more things sink. I really hope that the battleships don't go into port, because having to deal with that would be the most excruciatingly annoying thing. However, you can really start to see now that we're breaking them down a bit. And oh boy, does it feel good to be able to start really wailing on an opponent. We want to start taking the upwards base, in my opinion. I think that is the far more important move. Okay, so to do that, we need to send a good amount of supply upwards, as well as make another tank, another. We didn't need a recon. So we want to put this here. That's annoying. The strategy I was going to go for was rushing down this tank, but we can't actually do that. That was an unlucky hit. He already had some damage on him, so it would have been more likely than not that we would have been able to kill him, but we weren't. We'll kill this. And as you can see, if we can capture this upwards area, it's ridiculously good for us. We might see our power. Nope. It is funny seeing units actually go and die. Not because I'm a sadist or anything, but just because you never see... Like, maybe if it's flak and he gets a really bad attack roll, but you never see the AI willingly put themselves in so much danger. So it's just really funny to see when it happens. We can actually attack here. This should kill this. Thank God. As long as we're taking opportunity, we should be fine. This could do 7 to 6. It did 6. Because bad luck syndrome. This... I think the way we gotta do this is simply a base block, most likely. I think that's the only way we're getting this one back, is by base blocking it, choking it, and then being able to recapture it. Or capture it, actually. We didn't even get that base. Yeah, we're finally doing something. It's funny to see I always envision this map to be at nighttime, so it's funny to see it be lit as if it was daytime. We'll finish off this tank. Boom. And then we can actually really screw over this. It's funny how you would use a bazooka. Literally, Nemesis uses a bazooka to take down an airplane, but apparently the brave people of Advance Wars don't. We only did 2 damage. That was a full bad luck roll for Sonya. That is also one of the most annoying things about Sonya. It's so hard to strategize if you randomly do 1 HP less damage. We'll build a mech here and a tank here. And as soon as we, next turn we'll essentially pop our power. Oh wait, no. If we're able to get our Super CO power, we can, but I don't think we will be able to. No, we can. We can do this to this. Killing things is just better for us. It also gives us power, so I mean... I have 20 million power in Rise of Kingdoms. How much do you have? I do want there to be like a meme where I love the memes, like the mocking memes, where it's like someone's at a funeral and they're all crying, and then it's like, my champion is 20 million power in Raid Shadow Legends, and I wanna do a skit where that happens, and then someone just literally freaking slaps that person in the face. I think it would be absolutely hilarious. Kill this. We're gonna start our assault on the other base now. Move this up. 2 HP doesn't mean crap to me. We're gonna move this here. Start really damaging this. Boom. It feels good to be able to mech hit something for a frick ton of damage. Man, it feels nice being able to actually like really finish off. Oh. Yet again. Feels bad. Keep getting cucked by RNG. How much does a tank do? Perfect, okay. Okay. Move up there. Capture this. They should not have too much for us now. We can build a tank, 2 infantry, and then end and probably be fine. So at this point, there is 10 days until S rank, essentially. I'm gonna move some things out of the way so that I have more room around me. Okay, I think they're starting to actually maybe move battleships and stuff now. Mechs move forward. Recons move way forward. Get it? And then we start capturing these. This is now captured. Hurrah! And then we essentially now have a frick ton of tanks that we can use as we want. But also, we now have the knowledge that there's nothing currently screwing us downward. But we do want to make sure that they don't build as much as they can. So, there's that. We move everything as forward as possible now. Ah, it feels good. We've finally beaten the lock. It's taken 43 freaking minutes. But we've finally done it. And now we'll start building artillery and the like. And maybe another recon. Yeah, so now we've finally gotten into a point where a statue of me on every corner. I can see it now. Now close your eyes, because this won't be pretty. Okay, so that was the rockets. That is still very much there. There's a few things moving around, which I think that they may have built some things. But I also think that, something's coming. Oh, right. Forgot about that one. Blimey, forgot about it, I darn did. We will now choke them out of this base and start the capturing process on it. Tanks aren't going to be as useful as just now artillery spam. Uh-huh. So I was right to be suspicious of that. We'll move this one up, and then we'll start finishing our captures. Here. That was a nice, like, sound. That was really cool. End turn. Huh. I wonder how much, 32 fuel, so they're nowhere near dying. How much does this do? It would basically kill it. That's really good for us. Yep. Well, it's time to get something done. We can't actually attack too foolhardy yet, as that would be a very terrible strategy for us. So we do have to have a little bit of caution, even though we really, we really don't want to have that. We do really need to do that. However, top-wise, I think we can actually do a bit. But bottom-wise, we can't. We can't risk anything on the bottom front because the bottom front is the one that's like in the most amount of pain right now. But on the top front, we can just kill this now, essentially. Which will very much so help. And as we can see, that is where the battleship is. However, we've now gotten rid of their rockets, which means that we are in a much easier position. Furthermore, we can make rockets now, and we essentially want to bring in this. So this will start firing on these for a bit. We want to kill the submarine and then be able to advance a lot further. Yep. Day 25.
It only hurts for a moment.
There we go, Super Seer Power.
Sidewinder!
Man, this mission is going to be the biggest slog of the campaign. Because none of this mission is fun. 1 HP infantry I do not honestly care about. Watch it be like 50 turns later that 1 HP infantry actually really matters. Okay. So we do this, and then we start just beating down on these. And once we do kill the submarine, we can actually just build a submarine of our own. I mean, we could. I want to have them come over. However, we are now easily able to hurt the troops over here now. With good ease as well. Put this here, because that's where it should be. Put this here, because that's where it can be. Currently we can't move anything because, that recon rather, because it would be under fire immediately. Just build more artillery at this point. Okay. Day 26, 6 days until, we would start losing our S rank. Okay. This feels real nice. Sub. The buildings are around here, so that is of range. But they have to be able to see us, and also we're probably going to be killing that unit right now anyway. Yeah. So now this rocket is no longer of concern. And that is essentially as far as we can go as killing stuff. Because they do basically have a complete second army back here. Which does mean I'm going to actually be building some more stuff to really help defend as well. Yeah, the submarine obviously costed a lot. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. You think you're so special, don't you? With your bad luck and your sick guitars. The AI just sitting down thinking about 50 ways to shit itself. They really don't have too much now because they have to be stationary mostly. So we can start really setting up our defenses. As well as start getting ready to pound. And the fact that this battleship did nothing tells me that they have no vision of this area, which is very useful for us. If we were Grit, we could do something really funny. This is going to be a test to essentially see how things are going to work. We can move that up more. This is a blind spot here. We can then kill this infantry. And then just start slowly beating these guys up. And then we want to build anti-air. And then we'll be building, because he still has a few anti-air air units around. Yeah, we also want to get that lab mission, even though that lab mission is like the hardest one in the game. Other than honestly, the lab missions are like ridiculously fucking hard. Let's get that one done. So now one of these is now dead. So you don't have to worry about it at all, which is awesome. The fun thing is this submarine afterwards is completely worthless. It will only be as useful as what it can do here. Literally 0 damage, that's funny. We are going to start capturing some of these properties because we can. And secondarily, it's funny. We'll put this here for now. And then we'll move here. Yes, as you can see, they still have a lot of shit that we have to deal with. Including Neo-tanks and the like, which obviously makes life harder for us. Which is why it is so necessary for us to build up a extremely strong rockets and stuff. If they... everything but the battleship, if that came forward, I'd actually be fine with that. I'm very tempted on sending our tank to attack or something like that. Capture, capture. Hit that for a bit of damage. move in a lot of our units. Hit that for something. Kill this. Kill this. Start really ending their career. Do that, may as well. How much does this do? Not much. Okay. And yeah, we'll be building another submarine. I'm not trying to get an S rank on this map, no way in hell. But I'm definitely trying to get the lab. Now, because we have that tank, we can actually, in a way, deal with shit. But being able to do that is obviously still very hard. I really do want to just finish it off with other units instead of having to use everything we got. We'll do that, and we'll set up a lot of artillery on the around. And then may as well. This one's gonna be a weird one to break anyway, so. Fun thing is the submarines can actually act as a lot of good stuff. And we now have those two, so we now increased our stuff by a bit too, and we'll start building more artillery and then a few more infantry as well. But yeah, if your goal really was to just kill all of the things, yeah, even though we got absolutely fucked at the start, we could actually feasibly do well still. However, if it's also to get a lot of the, like, get the map and stuff, not really. Yep. Boom. That is now done for. We can actually now loop around here and do our bits of damage. The top area really doesn't have much to really defend. So you don't have to worry about it as much, which is great for us. Submarine. So as you can see, there's actually nothing defending that. Which does make me want to build another sub. I want to build a subscriber pool, and then use my subscribers to help me win this victory, get this victory. Man, if you like, that's the thing with like XCOM, right? It's like, you'd never want, like, naming characters in XCOM is the worst, because then you feel so bad when someone actually dies. Because otherwise you're just like, oh, unit died, huh? Like, you know, it's bad, but it could be worse. But like, if it's like a named unit, you're just like, oh shit. Like, I really fucked up here, didn't I? They seem really like too passive, basically. I'm gonna full on dismantle this artillery and see what they do. This won't kill it most likely. Yeah, because we are Sonya. That is the thing we have to remember at the end of the day. We are still playing as Sonya. We'll move up to like there. Have a formation like this. Which definitely feels great. And now everything else is just gonna be stuff to help us. Boom! With a little bit of help, we're able to capture. And then we'll just rise here. We'll rise to the occasion. And then we'll build another artillery because we can. As you can see, a lot of stuff is happening. And we'll also
I see right through your plans.
go and use our CO power and just see what we can do here. Man, we are an hour into this mission. This mission freaking takes ages. To be fair though, we fucked up at the start, so I mean, it makes sense. I wonder if this is like a better thumbnail. But it also isn't, because you can really easily see a lot of the symbols. But yeah, as you can see, they really don't have many troops left. Ow.
Delicious.
The look of terror on your face is delicious. I think, yeah, that one is definitely one where they definitely don't do it. I kind of like the CO powers more than the Super COs because you still see the background, which makes it really feel like it's still part of the same battle. Okay. This is insanely good for us. No, I'm going to actually go here. Ah, so the submarine is there. That is fantastic for us. We just needed to locate it, essentially, and then we'll be fine. We'll have you go back. You go in a bit. You're bad on everything, so you're just going to go heal up. Otherwise, we just send literally everything in. And then that will be all fine. And I think this is gonna be a really weird one, but I think we're pretty much fine here. The MD tank is gonna be the one that's gonna be the hardest to beat up. Cause what Neo tank, essentially. Wow, they're really, really gunning to kill that goddamn thing. I've already used that, so we'll weaken with this one first. So this should do a point. It did literally jack shit. Thank you, Sonya. I love your strategy games. This should, yeah. You always think of good luck, but you know when you're playing Sonya, you never get it, which is the terrible thing about playing Sonya. It's just you're always fucked. We're now going to build a lot more anti-air because now our army is actually really weak in that regard, and we've already moved with those. Okay, good. We can actually start beating up the battleship now. And as soon as the battleship is down, we actually physically do not need to worry about half the other shit. It's actually really good for us, in a way. We'll actually rise here. They smart, but they ain't smart enough to not see me bring in my medium tank. do that for money, do this for protection, recapture this, and then we're bringing in saviors, essentially. We'll build in another one of these here. 31. Move that in. Move this in as well. May as well. And then I guess it's like not much else we really need. So I think at this point as well, we're definitely gonna build things. Like build like a frick ton of infantry and stuff. So then we can build up our technique score a lot more. Because yet again, all we need to do.
Is a greater honor than you deserve.
CO power, sip CO power. Ooh, just spamming CO powers now. This is something more conventional. I think it's also to make the battleship die less. Yeah, but see, now they've just destroyed 2,000 of our stuff, and we're gonna destroy this battleship, which now means they have no naval. We'll basically destroy it. We've basically stopped them, essentially, is what I'm saying. And now we can essentially, very slowly, but definitely surely, stop them from being able to do much. I don't want to have to build another thing, essentially. We'll do that, may as well. Yeah, as you can see, we're definitely nearing the end of this mission, but now we have to draw it out a bunch more because we have to get enough units around. Get the lab mission. I guess we'll make landers because we have enough money to, and that is also another unit. Yep. I've only been delayed. It's going to be fine. I'm still in control. Okay. Here we go. The end of the units. Actually, I want to see if we can kill it like that. Otherwise, we'll just start killing these. Yeah, I want to see if we can do this, because this would be a total luck roll if we're able to kill it. He's so relieved. It's like, thank God. Would have been so embarrassing. However, anyway, you die. I love seeing the angry face of his. So where that artillery is where we need our infantry to go and capture. So essentially we're just going to make a bowl around it. That was a misplay on my end for that. And then that can die to this. Again, this is what I mean by you always have to be prepared. We can actually put that there, so we can actually put this way forward. Which, every single time I say that, I don't actually mean to make a pun. I just legitimately talk like that. Man, we're building so many units now. Just in case, we'll use our superpower. It's gonna take us like a lot more turns to get that lab mission. I think we could have S-ranked this mission if we immediately, like, yes, last turn, just killed that. We could have probably gotten an S-rank. Because it's only like, at that point, only 4 days from perfect time score. But now it's a bit too late. It can be here, that's fine. Okay. Huge army ready to destroy. Okay. That is everything we want to kill. Killed. We'll move up this though. So 2 more turns. Do you think if we built enough landers we could actually like make the entire ocean worthless? This is the biggest stern bowl I've ever seen. So many units. So by day 40, he's using them just to show off now. He's just like, look how much you've been attacking me. Please stop killing my unit. Oh no, they actually have a little bit of play still. But honestly, it's still... Every single time I see that fucking area, I laugh a little. We'll build some up here because, you know, that land is feeling a bit lonely. And you don't want your landers feeling too lonely at the end of the day. And then we'll actually move these out a bit more. Like that, so then we can more easily do it. Techniques, you know, power score, I guess, you know, killing all of the units. I don't know how worthwhile it is to actually really go in that hard, but that's fine. Capture. I wonder how defended their HQ is right now. Undefended. Wow, if we really wanted to, we could HQ cap this mission. Which would be funny, but it's really not worth it. So we've built everything? Yes. Okay. So yeah, we've now finished this mission. A extremely hard and notoriously annoying mission. And I'm just going to just really go and look around and see if there's any units still. Which, it really doesn't look like there's any units left. I think we literally have routed this entire map now. Which is cool. That means we've routed the entire map. Commander, we procured this upon capturing a nearby city. Ah, a map. It spells up the location of a hidden lab. It really pays to have a careless foe, doesn't it? There's no doubt where they're developing those new weapons. Our intel has been rumbling about. Soldier, please deliver this to my father. He will surely send reinforcements. Yes, ma'am. I'll deliver this to Commander Kanbei immediately. Now I just have to deal with this mess, also known as done. Yay! What? It can't be our beautiful fortress. We were unlucky, nothing more, and so for now we must retreat. Phew, we won. Sonia! Ha ha! Father, did you observe the battle? I did. Those were bold tactics you employed, daughter. Unlike your old man. Ha ha! I was mistaken earlier. You are a perfect CO for this fight. Father, However, the war will only become more difficult. From here on out, I understand now that I cannot shield you from the violence and dangers of this world. So I ask that you never let your guard down. Stay vigilant, act swiftly, and never forget the value of life itself. Do you understand, Sonia?
Yes.
Yes, sir, I do. Your mother would be proud, Sonia.
Perfect planning wins the day.
Yeah, like, look at the speed. S rank, that's awesome. S rank Showstopper, that's what we like to see. So that literally means the only mission that we have not S ranked is Nature Walk. That is actually so funny to me, and I could easily go back and S rank it if I wasn't, like, because I spent like 5 days or something preparing to, like, kill their units. If I just, like, captured it, our speed would have been 100, which was our most lacking stat, and then we would have gotten an S rank. But, you know, say la vie. But yeah, I hope you all really enjoyed this way longer but way cooler video, where I think this is probably one of the cooler missions. It was a really big back and forth. I really did feel defeated at the 25-minute mark. But then, using strategy and being able to keep our units alive and take effective trades, we're actually able to really kick back our foe. Which is really damn sick. Also, I love how the lab missions are randomly like this. It's really funny to me. But yeah, I hope you all really enjoyed that. In the next episode, next week rather, of content, I plan to do Toy Box, the lab mission, and then 2 of these missions, probably these 2 or these 2, probably these 2, and then we can do these 2, that, and the final mission, which will give us a good variety of COs as well as other stuff. We might even do these 2 next week, because then that way we have Sonia, Kanbei, Sammy, then we have Kanbei Max, and then we have Colin, you know, general stuff. But I hope to see you then. Have a lovely day, and goodbye.